Good day, I am Kimberly Claire Semanes, the first reporter of the Relevance and Appropriateness in the use of technology in teaching and learning. Technology in teaching and learning ushers in fundamental structural changes that can be integral to significant improvements in productivity. It is used to support both teaching and learning. Technology infuses classrooms with digital learning tools such as computers, handheld devices, expands course offerings, experiences, and learning materials. It is also an umbrella term that describes communication, information, and technological tools used to enhance learning and teaching. We apply technology in almost everything we do in our daily lives. Daily living has changed immeasurably since the world was introduced into coronavirus 2019, or known as the COVID-19. Technology has the power to transform teaching by ushering in a new model of connected teaching. This model links teachers to their students and to professional content, resources, and systems to help them improve their own instruction and personalized learning. Relevance in the use of technology in teaching and learning. How important is technology in education? The COVID-19 pandemic is quickly demonstrating why online education should be a vital part of teaching and learning by integrating technology into existing curricula as opposed to using it solely as crisis management tool. Teachers can harness online learning as a powerful educational tool. The effective use of digital learning tools in classrooms can increase students' engagement, help teachers improve their lesson plans, and facilitate personalized learning. It also helps students build their essential 21st century skills, which are critical thinking, communication skills, creativity, problem solving, perseverance, collaboration, information literacy, technology skills and digital literacy, media literacy, global awareness, self-direction, social skills, literacy skills, civic literacy, social responsibility, innovation skills, and lastly, thinking skills. Technology provides students with easy-to-access information, accelerated learning, and fun opportunities to practice what they learn. Through the use of technology inside and outside the classroom, students can gain 21st century technical skills necessary for the future occupations. Appropriateness in the use of technology in teaching and learning. So how can technology be used in teaching and learning? Technology provides numerous tools that teachers can use in and out of the classroom to enhance student learning. The use of technology during whole class instruction can foster student engagement for auditory and visual learners, integrating simple technologies, PowerPoints, games, internet homework assignments, online grading system, and so on. It can be a difference maker in students' growth in the classroom. Online learning opportunities and the use of open educational resources and other technologies can increase educational productivity by accelerating the rate of the learners, reducing costs associated with instructional materials or program delivery, and better utilizing teacher time. Virtual or online learning. 48 states and the District of Columbia currently support online learning opportunities that range from supplementing classroom instructions on an occasional basis to enrolling students in full-time programs. Virtual learning is an experience in learning is supported by electronic devices both inside and outside the resources of an educational institution. The learners and teachers are physically separated and they must interact in an online environment. Full-time online schools. The following are virtual schools enroll students on a full-time basis. Students enrolled in these schools are not attending a bricks and mortar school. Instead, they receive all of their instruction and earn all of their credits through the online school. Online schools have virtual classes that students can take from home or library or a coffee shop or anywhere else that has an internet connection. The teachers work remotely and have a structured curriculum for their online students to follow. Some kids take only one or two fully online classes. Other kids take all of their classes online. Blended learning. Blended learning opportunities incorporate both face-to-face and online learning opportunities. The degree to which online learning takes place and the way it is integrated into the curriculum can vary across schools. The strategy of blended online learning with school-based instruction is often utilized to accommodate students' diverse learning styles and to enable them to work before or after school in ways that are not possible with full-time conventional classroom instruction. Blended learning, also known as hybrid learning, is an approach to education that combine online educational materials and opportunities for interaction online with traditional place-based classroom methods. Open educational resources. Open educational resources are teaching, learning, and research resources. They are an important element of an infrastructure for learning and range from podcasts to digital libraries to textbooks and games. It is critical to ensure that open educational resources meet standards of quality, integrity, and accuracy, as with any other educational resource, and that they are accessible to students with disabilities. In conclusion, technology is transforming education, changing how, when, and where students learn, and improving them at every stage of their journey. On the path to personalizing learning, technology empowers students by giving them ownership of how they learn, making education relevant to their digital lives and preparing them for their futures. With technology and access to resources beyond classroom walls, students are inspired to become problem solvers, critical thinkers, collaborators, and creators. Where technology has been successfully integrated into classrooms, students develop a lifelong love of learning. That's all for my report. Now I will pass the report for our second reporter.
Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. I am Kim Rojas, the second reporter about the topic, which is the relevance and appropriateness in the use of technology in teaching and learning. But this presentation will focus on the principles in selecting instructional materials. But before that, what is instructional materials? So, instructional materials are the content or information conveyed within the course. For example, textbooks, pamphlets, handouts, study guides, and manuals. So there are 5 principles. First principle is the principle of appropriateness, or target learners and instruction. The second principle is the principle of authenticity or dependable. The third principle is the principle of interest. The fourth principle is the principle of cost. And the last principle is the principle of organization and balance. The following 5 principles will assist the aspiring educator in achieving their objectives in the class. So first principle of appropriateness. In this principle, instructional material must promote the general and specific, and also it must be either basic or supplementary to the curriculum. Instructional materials must be appropriate to the intended level, such as vocabulary level test. It measures knowledge of particular frequency levels of words. Example, the first 1,000 and second 1,000 words. It is the most suitable test for measuring the vocabulary size and vocabulary knowledge of elementary and intermediate learners of English as a foreign language. Difficulty of concepts. This is the difficulty of your abstract ideas. Methods of development. It is ways to organize and develop ideas and content in your essays and help us sort out information and shape paragraphs or essays. The last is interest appeal. Your interests that need to ask or address. The second principle is the principle of authenticity. I must present accurately in words that you put to see your instructional materials, the quality of being real or true, in a way that it is correct in all details. Exactly, the paper should have established the authenticity of the documents before publishing them. Instructional materials must be creative and suit your audience. It means that your instructional materials should be imaginative so that anyone in your audience can imagine your work and they can relate or make them feel understood. Today, we are in the 21st century where we live now. Technology is widely employed by people. The majority of schools around the globe have upgraded their instructional materials with new tools or technology. And this is also the year that teaching and technology have been merged to use as a tool to teach students an accurate information, so the information you post or write in your instructional material can be trusted. We have to give the pupils accurate knowledge on the subject. The third principle is the principle of cost. Principle of cost, the goal is to substitute. Substitute means to put or use in the place of another. This is something you need to consider first so that you find other alternate materials if the materials you are using are quite expensive. Also, if you want not to spend so much money, you have a choice. You will use your old instructional materials, or in short, you will recycle your old materials, but you must also consider that you must be creative in order for you to gain your student interest. The fourth principle. In this principle, the instructional materials must catch the interest of the learners and also must stimulate curiosity or satisfy the learner's need to know. It must also have the power to motivate, encourage creativity, and imaginative response among users. In this principle, your instructional materials must catch their interest and listen to the decision. So the last principle is the principle of organization and balance. The instructional materials must be well organized and well balanced in content, and also the purpose of the material must be clearly stated or perceived, and there should be logical organization, clarity, and accordance with the principles of learning such as reinforcement, transfer, application in the said materials. So, in this principle, your instructional materials must be organized, well arranged from the beginning up to the end. If you want to put your IMs on the blackboard, that is messy or not arranged, your student will not listen and they will not understand. The content must be balanced and also your content must be easily understood, and the size of the topic must be put in your instructional materials. The reason for using instructional materials directs to an important discussion in a proper solution and utilization, availability of the resources, and learning outcomes. Environmental factors are just among the few to be considered in choosing the most feasible and applicable instructional materials for effective learning and learning method. Appropriate selection of instructional media or instructional materials can improve the quality of teaching and learning. It can help facilitate an effective teaching based on your learning objectives, as appropriate instructional media are chosen in the delivery of the course content. That would be all. Thank you.